Happy full moon in Virgo. Hello, hello, hello. Calling all warriors of light, calling all healers, calling all humans who are ready to let go of self-defeating habits and step into your divinity. Come on in, come on in. I'm so excited to be here with you all. Excuse me while I put my bowl down. I am going to set some sacred space for healing. Kelly Bird, nice to see you, beauteous one. Stephanie, Victoria, thank you for coming in, ladies. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We are going to set some sacred space for healing. Clear out self-defeating habits and welcome in a new dedication to self-love, self-healing, and self-awareness with the aid of the beautiful full moon in Virgo. The Virgo brings in a sense of order and cleanliness and structure. And Virgo is the goddess of wheat, of harvest, of growing things. And so this full moon in harvest happening right now as we are preparing the soil, cultivating for our crops, it's a really good time to put some intention into what are you cultivating for that harvest of season. When the sun goes into Virgo, it's that time of harvest, right? And right now, the full moon in Virgo is asking you to cultivate the ground of your being to prepare for what you would like to be harvesting in the fall. And Stephanie says her Virgo sun is feeling this. Oh yeah, baby, it is on. I love that, Kelly. All the pieces have told you where they go in your wigwam. Oh, so precious. Hello, Patricia. So as we prepare the space, I'm going to burn some of this sacred sage that comes from Northern California, from a mountain or a hill above Paradise, California, from a sacred sanctuary where my friends created the most beauteous garden, and it was protected when fires blazed through the region twice or more. So take a moment to drop in with yourself as I clear this space. Breathing in the sacred energy of fire, of the precious herbs that grow from the earth. This Virgo is an earth sign, and the earth energy is stored inside of this leaf of sage. And right now, that energy of the earth is being released into the smoke. So take a moment as this smoke is rising. Place your intention of what you would like to release into this sacred space. You can type it in the chat, you can speak it aloud, you can just put the intention into your heart. I am releasing identifying with being disorganized. I am welcoming in order and beauty in new ways into my life. I am releasing this sense of order in chaos and inviting in a sense of spontaneity within structure, allowing the structure to create a container for a greater, more expansive growth. And I am cultivating the ground of my being to step into a greater role of leadership. So thank you all for joining me here, for witnessing me in this moment. And I am here as your witness. So as we drop into this space together, I'd love to hold your intentions. What are you releasing, allowing the full moon in Virgo to transmute for you? What are you cultivating within you? What are you preparing to harvest in this year? In this we're kind of at the new year time. We just had the entry into the year of the ox, which happens to be my Chinese year. I am a water ox, and ox, even though I'm a water ox, I think ox is very connected to earth energy. It reminds me of Taurus, not so much Virgo, but it has a very earthy feeling, that weight of the feet on the earth. So take a moment to think of the footsteps that you are taking, the steps that you are taking forward in your life, and where are they guiding you? How are you laying the bricks of your personal road to success, your personal road to embodying your divinity? And as we gather here together and invite in a greater awareness of what it takes. Let's imagine that this road that you're laying for yourself is paved not with bricks or cobblestones, but with gold bullion, with that like pure abundance, that you would lay down something that is thought of as money and walk on it, that is what you deserve in this life, to walk upon gold bullion under your feet. And so thinking of that way that gold is soft and beautiful and grounded and earthy. Yay, Lynn Marie, full moon energy release. What are you releasing, Lynn Marie? What are you letting go of and inviting in at the next new moon cycle? I have brought now, my intention for this ritual today is to really invite in a restructuring. And one of the things that I have restructured in my life is my relationship to my father. My father committed suicide when I was 5 years old, and I went through a lot of different emotions through my life, through sadness, anger, rage, resentment, frustration, coming to forgiveness, and ultimately a sense of true gratitude. Gratitude for that being who transmuted his pain to bring me into life. And so I have invited this little turquoise desert toad to represent my father. And he is here to represent the father figure for us all, and the divine masculine presence that holds the space for us to grow, into whose arms we can give our burdens so that we can walk forward free and clear. And then I brought this lepidolite. Lepidolite is a very powerful stone for transformation, for grounding mental health, for balance. I can't get it to not glare at you. I'm sorry if I'm flashing you in the eyes right now. And it has this diamond shape. So maybe your brick road is laid with lepidolite, with beautiful geometric shapes that fit into each other. And this structure within your being is aligning right now as we come together. We're going to do some breath. Actually, I can see through this stone, which I did not know. I can't see through it, but I can see into it. I'm not going to be able to show you, but I can see into it It is translucent. Translucent. The light actually comes through it. And so if you can think of your own being like a crystal, you are a crystalline structure. And so this is going to represent the divine feminine aspect of the earth. So we are bringing in the earth energy in a balanced way, bringing in the Mother Earth energy, and then that divine masculine that creates the container for the divine feminine to bring through her special magic, her divine creative power. And in this time of the Virgo, as we are calling in more structure, I would like to ask you, what would you like to build the foundations for? And then I'm going to ask the divine presence to bring in a word for us. This is my little magic word cube. And I'm going to ask the divine presence to bring in a word for us. What is needed for us to restructure the very ground of our being and step fully into our divinity? Rather than rolling it, because I might lose it somewhere on the floor, I'm just going to roll it like this and place it down and see what comes up. Ah, see if you can see this. Magic, of course. So we are going to set a ritual space and call in some literal magic. And we are going to call in the magic of restructuring the ground of your being to optimize your wellness. And so I invite you, as we go into, we're going to do a little bit of breath practice together here. And I'm going to invite you to really invite in the magic of the breath, the magic of the restructuring, and the ability to really step into your intentions, to grow your own being, to stand in your own divinity. Vicky, hi Vicky, thank you for sharing. I forgot to invite all of you to share. Thank you so much for sharing. If this is resonating with you, if you know someone out there could use this restructuring wisdom today, please do invite your friends. Let them know we're here, or put this on your page or in your group. It's so nice to be here with all of you. And I've been in a little bit of a hibernation mode in this winter time and preparing to deliver my TED Talk, working on a book. And I'm being called to step into a stronger role of leadership and visibility here in the virtual world. So look for new moon and full moon rituals coming more regularly. And I'm really excited to be here with you today in this opportunity. So we're going to do breath practice with the intention of inviting in the wisdom that you need directly to come through you, so that you know exactly what is needed to restructure on the inside to align the outside world with the one that you want to live in. Because remember, we are the creators of our own reality, but we are not creating in isolation. We are co-creating as the collective. And so what do you need to shift inside of you in order to shift what you're seeing on the outside? We're going to take some deep cleansing breaths. And I invite you to do a little movement with me. If you don't have the space to do the movement, you can just do the breath and imagine the movement. But I'm going to focus this first round of breaths on really clearing out the central channel and expanding the energy of your toroidal field, energy field, your energy body that goes out as much as 10 feet around you. So we're going to reach the hands down and really invite in that earth energy. So I'm sending my fingers down like this and bending my knees to sink down. My feet are about 2 shoulder widths apart with the toes at a 45-degree angle. And I'm reaching my hands down as I sink down. And imagine as you do this, connecting the center of your pelvis down into the center of the earth, and reach your hands down and imagine you can grab a big double handful of earth energy and breathe it up through you in a big, full, deep breath through the nose. Turn the fingers over when they reach the throat. Keep breathing in. Turn the hands out as you exhale, drawing an arc over your head, spreading that earth energy through your energy field, reinvigorating your life force energy. Inhale, pulling earth energy through you, pulling it up and out, clearing out any stagnation. Exhale, sending it out to the outer edges of your energy field. We'll do it 3 more times. Hold at the top. Reach up for some heaven energy and then exhale slowly and pour that into you. Feeling how the heavenly energy, as it flows down, has a cleansing water-like effect as it's questing for the earth, filling up the earth. So let's do 3 breaths in that direction. Inhale, reaching wide to gather the energy of the heavens. Exhale, soft and slow, grounding it into the earth. 1 more. And now this time, as you reach your heart center, aim your hands at your heart. The heart, the actual organ of the heart, is generating the largest electromagnetic field of your body. So use this energy now to focus on your intention. As your hands are focusing on your heart, continue to breathe full, deep breaths, specifically into your heart. So each time you inhale, allow the hands to float out a little bit. Feel that energy field growing larger. The heart is actually the organ that creates your toroidal field of energy. As you exhale, allow your hands to rest onto this energy of your heart. And just invite your inner knowing to recognize one thing that you have been carrying with you unnecessarily, or maybe it has served you in the past, but it's no longer serving now. One thing that needs to be cleared out so that you can realign with your highest purpose. What is that one thing that is most needed to let go of? As it bubbles to the surface, notice what it is entangled with. What is intertwined with this thing? What is it that has maybe been holding it to you when you thought you were ready to let it go? Is there an old childhood wound here? Is there a lost love? Is there an unhealthy habit? What are the pieces that it is entangled with? Are there patterns of self-talk? Old judgments that you still take personally, grudges or resentments? What is entangling it and binding it to you? Now begin to wiggle your fingers, imagining that you can get into that binding, into the entanglement. Feel how when you wiggle your fingers with this intention of disentangling what your heart will no longer be carrying forward into the next phase of your personal growth, notice what it feels like at the back of your heart, between your shoulder blades, or maybe around the sides of your throat or your shoulders. How deep is this entanglement? Where else in your body do you feel it into your hips? Now begin to gently draw these entanglements out, moving your body. I'm really feeling it in my hips. Like I have to move my hips to allow myself to get it out of my hips. You can pull it in whatever way feels right to you. You can pull it with your mind without using your hands. If you feel like there's a lot on the back of your heart, reach back there and draw it out. And now, once you feel like the threads are untangling and coming out, begin to bundle them into a ball. And now begin to rotate this ball as if like compacting it like a snowball. And now just pause with it maybe just in front of your solar plexus and pulse gently onto this ball of entanglements. And imagine you can send some fire out of your hands, melting and transmuting as if turning this old entanglement, all these old entanglements, as if pressurizing them into a precious jewel, like how diamonds are formed from coal. Turn your hands over, compacting it even more until you feel that you have actually transmuted this old stuck energy into something precious and rare. This is your divine gift that you get to harvest from your life experiences. When you're ready, gently place it. I'm feeling called to place it in the solar plexus rather than back in the heart. The solar plexus has a special power of digestion and restructuring. And the earth element is very connected to the digestive organs. So whatever nourishment is within these life experiences, allow yourself to digest and harvest that nourishment. And allow it to go into your cellular structure, into your DNA structure, and restructure the ground of your being so that you will be stepping forward more strongly as who you came here to be, embodying your divine being, embodying the divine that you are, not just embodying it, but allowing it to be expressed through you. And now place one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, as if to say, thank you. Thank you for walking this life with me. Thank you for being the one that I get to spend my entire life with. Thank you for always wanting to continue to learn and grow. Thank you for being willing to let go of these obstacles that have been holding me back. Thank you for welcoming in the new structure. And now take your hands together at the center of your heart, imagining that you can bow to that part of yourself. In fact, don't imagine, just do it. Take a deep breath as if welcoming yourself back into yourself, welcoming yourself into this new life that you are creating in each and every moment of each and every day. Thank you so much for joining me on this sacred full moon. Thank you so much for gathering. Your presence is so valued and so needed, fully embodied here on this planet. I know sometimes it seems like it would be easier to just be doing our work in the spirit realms. But you are needed here on this planet more than ever in these changing times. So remember to take care of this body that is housing your precious spirit. So before we close, I invite you to look at the way that you take care of your body. And what is one thing that you could invite in more of? Maybe it's the way that you nourish your body with food. Maybe it's the way that you move the energy of your body through movement, exercise, dance. Maybe what is needed is to be more expressed in your artistry of life, to be more reverent in the way that you express your gratitudes each day. What is one thing that you can do to optimize your physical vessel? I have been inviting in more fresh fruits and vegetables into my life. Sometimes in the winter, I find myself all of a sudden eating things that I won't eat the whole rest of the year, like a lot of breads and such. And instead of saying I'm giving up bread, I say I'm inviting in more vegetables. And then the space is filled and the bread doesn't have to come in. So remember, when you're feeling the need to release an old habit or an old pattern, instead of focusing too much on what you're letting go of, focus on what you're inviting into that space. What will fill that space instead? Thank you, Candace. So honored to have you here with me. So I invite you all to share anything that you want to drop into this container so that we can hold our intentions together. And I invite you to keep coming out of the woodwork to join in these community gatherings more and more. I will be doing some rituals live on Zoom, and both rituals in the Facebook land and live on Zoom. I think that it would be really fun to come on to that space together where we can all see each other. And I really value just coming here to be present to who is needing this in the moment. And so thank you so much for being present here today. And in 1 month time, on the full moon in March, when it will be, I think, the 25th, 26th, 27th, or else it's the 26th, 27th, 28th. I will be offering a 3-day live on Zoom virtual retreat called the Unleash Your Inner Healer virtual retreat. And we will also have a more extended full moon ritual. We will be learning how to banish self-doubt, own your value, step into your power. And we will be learning about how the heart is connected to the wings and how to open your heart wings and really fully embody your earth angel being, healing your heart so that it can be open and free. So I would love to have all of you there. So if you feel called to join me next month for the Unleash Your Inner Healer virtual retreat, I'm going to put the link in the comments so you can go check it out. And I'm planning to be here for the new moon live on Facebook and YouTube to share more wisdom and rituals with you. I always have trouble typing and talking at the same time. Does anyone else have that problem? Let's see if I did that right. And let's see, Candace, thank you so much for sharing your intentions. Inviting in more of my soul's essence to present in my life creatively. I see that for you, Candace. What a beautiful intention. And so it is. Inviting in more play and lightness to move through these powerful energies, allowing myself to move with ease. Yes, yes, and yes. I love it. And LG is inviting in true knowingness of self-worth. LG, I can sense that that recognition is going to come to you in unexpected ways. So now that you have invited in that true knowingness of your self-worth, look for that recognition to come in unexpected ways. And if you would like to invite that in the form of deep dive into learning and practice for 3 days at the end of March, please go to this link, treegonghealer.thrivecart.com/virtual-retreat. And if you go before the end of February, then enter the coupon code EARLYBIRD to get a special early bird offer. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being here with me live or on the replay. If you're here on the replay, be sure to drop me a line, let me know you're here, and I will come back and check in with you later. Such an honor to be present with each of you at this magical moment in time. Go out and see the moon tonight if you can. We just had a lot of clouds coming in, so I'm going to see if I can see the moon tonight, but it has been beautiful as it grows. And I'm really welcoming in a full embodiment of my divinity so that I can show up as the leader that I'm meant to be. And I know if you're here following me, that you also have something really important to bring to the planet, and that you will be also guiding others on their journey. And so I really invite you to integrate and embody whatever came through for you in our short practice today. Reach out if you have any questions or if you want to know more about working more deeply. And I hope to see many of you on the next cycle of the moon. Until then, have a wonderful, blessed, reverent presence in each and every moment of each and every day. Namaste.